Okay, guys, here we go. Tonight, we're going to start talking, we'll continue our series here on the 8 barriers to healing. And tonight we're going to go over chemicals and what that is. So, Dr. Boyd here with Life Everlasting Wellness. And we talked about emotional blocks being the first barrier. And then the second barrier is the food sensitivities. And tonight we've got the third barrier, chemicals. Okay, something that we deal with every single day of our life. So I think a lot of people, when they hear the word chemical, they might think of something like a big natural disaster, like a toxic waste, a train derailed, or a big oil spill out in the ocean, which those are toxic chemicals and things that are harmful to our environment and ultimately trickles down to us. But really what we're going to talk about tonight is the chemicals that we deal with on a daily basis, every single day, that comes from our environment, from the food supply. There's a bunch of different things. So maybe right off the top of your head, what do you think are chemicals that you deal with every day, right? So you could put it in the chat there. There are some things like cleaning products, right? Those maybe just come first to mind. Plastics, your personal care products, processed foods, even toxins and chemicals in the air and in the water, right? So let's talk about these things. So a couple of things that you may or may not realize. There's chemicals in makeup. There's chemicals in lipstick. There's chemicals in nail polish. Okay, even in our foods, the pesticides, herbicides, stuff that they spray onto the crops to get them to grow, those chemicals are added. They also, once they get the food, they also add chemicals to the foods. You have also food dyes and food colorings. All are chemicals. If you live in city boundaries, most of your city utilities add fluoride to the water. So you need to be able to have a good water filter to be able to limit your exposure to chemicals. Also, many of your main name brand toothpastes also add fluoride to them. So you just got to be careful what toothpaste you're using, because they'll tell you that they add the fluoride to help your teeth, but fluoride's a chemical, right? So what they won't tell you is now that you use that toothpaste that has fluoride in it, now your body has to try to get rid of that fluoride somehow. It's got to go somewhere. And now we got to figure out how to detox that chemical amongst other chemicals, right? That's just one that we got to get rid of out of your system. There's other things like prescription drugs, recreational drugs. They all have chemicals in them. You can go look at the list of ingredients of those things. And of course, like other things like alcohols and tobaccos, they've got chemicals. So basically you can see how we could go on and on about chemicals, the different types of them, but we live in a world that is just full of chemicals. So these chemicals then will get stored in our system, get stored in our body if our system can't properly get rid of them, right? So that's going to put stress on our liver, put stress on our gut, the digestive system, and our immune system. That's going to show up as stress to our bodies, giving us overall chronic fatigue. You might present with like skin rashes, hormone imbalances, increased weight, even mood issues. These are symptoms of your body working overtime just to try to process and eliminate these chemicals. So now your liver is your primary detox organ. So if your liver isn't fully detoxing, or it's slow or sluggish and trying to get rid of some of these chemicals, then there's going to be a backup, and those chemicals are going to go somewhere in your system, somewhere in your body, somewhere in an organ. And that's going to make it very difficult for your body to heal. All right. So when your body is overloaded with these chemicals, then imagine trying to run a marathon and wearing a heavy backpack while running a marathon. Okay. It's just your energy gets drained. Your organs are going to get tired. Healing it's going to make it difficult for your body to be able to heal. And even if you are trying to do all of the right things, those chemicals can overload your system. Now, we already talked about how prevalent these chemicals are in our daily life. I understand that sometimes it's going to be difficult to get rid of or cut out or avoid some of these chemicals in your life, right? We deal with them on a daily basis. So it's going to be super important to figure out what chemicals your body and the system is trying to get rid of, and then get on a good nutrition program so that we can help your body, primarily your liver, but other organs as well, to be able to detox those chemicals, okay? So it's like taking that backpack off and being able to run that race better because we've just lightened your load, taking and removing all of those chemicals and allowing the body to do it in the proper sequence and in the proper way. So what I've seen with so many of my clients is that they feel exhausted. They might have unexplained skin rashes, unexplained other kind of symptoms. But once we can identify these chemicals and these exposures, then we can talk about, well, let's switch out some of the products that you're using. Let's identify, what is it? Is it your toothpaste? Is it some of the cleaning products that you have? Is it makeup? Is it some of the hair dyes that you're using for your hair? Whatever that is, let's figure out how we can switch it and remove those things from your life. Okay. Now, it doesn't mean that you also have to just live in this bubble, right? This protective bubble. I don't want any chemicals near me, but it does mean that you need to be aware of what's going on and what foods and what products you're bringing and buying and bringing into your life and using on a daily basis, okay? So I just want you to know, hopefully that gives you a good idea of what the chemicals are and how they are affecting your system. So if you're listening tonight and you're wondering, maybe, do I have chemicals? Do I have a product or something that I'm using that is affecting my body and causing the symptoms that I'm having? Hey, give us a call. We'd love to be able to help you. That's what we do. We help people every single day here at Life Everlasting Wellness identify 8 of these barriers. Tonight we're just talking about chemicals, but there's 8 of them, and we got to address all of them and see how all of those things are affecting your system. Then once we identify that, then we can get your body on a personalized nutrition program to help your body start detoxing and getting rid of these toxic chemicals. So put a comment in the Facebook here. Call us to schedule an initial consultation. You can book online at lifeeverlastingwellness.com. We'd love to be able to help you figure out what is going on with your specific body. And maybe you aren't struggling with it specifically, but maybe you know a friend, a family member, a coworker, someone else that has symptoms that they might need help with. So send them our way. We'd love to be able to help. So tonight was the 3rd barrier about chemicals, how they're affecting your body. So tomorrow night, we'll jump on same time, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. And we're going to discuss the 4th barrier to healing, which is going to be biotoxins. Okay. So we'll hit that up tomorrow night, do a deep dive into that, and have a great night. And we'll see y'all tomorrow night. Okay. Bye now.